Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for 2nd December. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First is we are talking about national affairs, and in that too we will be talking about 54th International Film Festival that will be held in Goa. Right? 54th International Film Festival. Correct? International Film Festival of India. This will be held in Goa and this is the 54th edition. These are the some important things that you need to remember. The next thing, remember, this will be from 20 to 28th of November that will be held, and this is the 54th IFFI, that is your International Film Festival of India. This was jointly organized by NFDC, that is your National Film Development Corporation, that comes under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, along with ESG of the Government of Goa, that is your Environment Society of Goa, along with the NDFC. They together jointly organized this 54th edition of IFFI. Right? Take a note of this. Right? This is important. Then apart from this, remember Anurag Singh Thakur, who is our Union Minister of MIB, he inaugurated the 17th edition of the Film Bazaar and VFX and Tech Pavilion, and has also launched the 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow Challenge during the 54th IFFI Goa. So during this IFFI that was held in Goa, the 17th edition of the Film Bazaar and VFX and Tech Pavilion, these were the things that were launched there, right? And also launched this challenge, that is 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow. Apart from this, Indian actress Padma Shri awardee Madhuri Dixit was also honored with the special recognition to Bharatiya Cinema Award for her outstanding contribution to the Indian film industry. And Michael Douglas' career spans more than 50 years. He is best known for his iconic roles in films such as Wall Street, Fatal Attraction, The American President, Basic Instinct, and many others. So these are some of the things that you need to remember. Correct? 17th edition of Film Bazaar, VFX and Tech Pavilion, 75 Creators of Mind Tomorrow, that is a challenge. They were launched during the 54th IFFI in Goa. And Madhuri Dixit, who is a Padma Shri awardee, was honored with the special recognition to Bharatiya Cinema Award. And this was the 54th International Film Festival of India that was held from 20 to 28th of November in Goa. And 37th edition of National Games were also held in Goa. And which state has topped here? It is Maharashtra. Next, President Draupadi Murmu conferred the President's Color to Armed Forces Medical College at Pune. President Colors Award. This award is given to any force, any technology that will be used in force, any vehicle, any Indian naval ship, right? So this award basically for them, they have served a large amount of time in the Indian service, correct? And they have contributed their lifetime in the serving for the Indian forces. It can be any, it can be Indian Navy, it can be Indian Air Force, or it can be Army, right? This award is presented by President of India, right? And President of India is Draupadi Murmu, ma'am, as you can see here in the picture. President of India, Draupadi Murmu, presented or conferred the President's Color Award to the Armed Force Medical College at Pune, Maharashtra, right? And this award is basically presented, as we saw, it is for their honor or to honor them because of their military services, courage and discipline for the India. Correct. And this time it is Armed Force Medical College, that is in Pune, Maharashtra, that was awarded with this. This president color, this is also known as Rashtrapati Ka Nishan. This is also known as Rashtrapati Ka Nishan. Right? This is also known by the name Rashtrapati Ka Nishan, and this is the highest honor bestowed upon to any military unit. It can be any Indian naval ship, it can be any battalion, it can be any college, university, institute, right? And they were awarded this for their service, courage and discipline. Here the Indian Navy was the first Indian Air Force to be awarded with the President's Color by Dr. Rajendra Prasad in 1951. That was Indian Navy, correct? And in 1951 by Rajendra Prasad, by then President of India. Correct? Mark this is important. So this time it is Armed Force Medical College, that is in Pune, Maharashtra, that was conferred with the President's Color Award. Next is IDFC First Private Huron India Top 200 Self-Made Entrepreneurs of the Millennium 2023. Here DMart's Radhakrishnan Damani has topped the list. As you can see in the picture, he is Radhakrishna Damani and he has topped the list of 200 self-made entrepreneurs of millennia, right? And he is of DMart, right? He is the founder of Avenue Supermarket, that is DMart. So Radhakrishnan Siva Krishnan Damani, the founder of Avenue Supermarket DMart, has topped the first edition of India's first edition or the inaugural edition of India's top 200 self-made entrepreneurs of the millennia 2023 list. This particular India's top 200 self-made entrepreneurs of the millennia 2023, this report was released by First Private, that is the private banking by IDFC First Bank and Huron India, right? These two organizations together launched this, and remember, this was India's top 200 self-made entrepreneurs of the millennia list, right? Released by First Private and Huron India, correct? And here Radhakrishnan Damani, he has a value of how much? 2.38 lakh crore, right? This is his value. Also remember, if we are talking about this list, this is a list of the 200 most valuable companies in India that were founded after the millennium, that is the year 2000. Right? Then after this, remember, if we talk about Huron India, Anas Rahman Zunaid is the founder of it. Headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and it was established in 2012. If we talk about IDFC First Bank, MD and CEO will be V. Vaidyanathan. Headquarters is Mumbai, Maharashtra, and in 2018 it was established. So here you can see this is a list of 200 most valuable companies in India founded after the millennium year, that is 2000. It is comprised of 405 founders who are self-made entrepreneurs and propelling India's entrepreneurial ecosystem to new heights. And here are the Huron India and IDFC details. Next, DAC, that is your Defense Acquisition Council, that is chaired by Union Minister Rajnath Singh, granted the approval for AON, that is your acceptance of necessity, for diverse capital acquisition proposals worth 2.23 lakh crore rupees to enhance the operational capabilities of armed forces. Here around 98% of the AON amount, that is 2.2 lakh crore worth acquisition, will be sourced from the domestic industries, right? That will enhance our Make in India initiative and also promote the indigenization, right? Then this is in line with the efforts of achieving self-reliance in India's defense sector, that is your Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that is Make in India. We should make more and more products in India only. Apart from this, DAC has approved the procurement of defense equipment worth 1.5 lakh crores, such as your 97 new light combat aircraft Mark 1A fighter aircraft and indigenously upgrade 84 Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 combat plane. So important, take a note of it. Apart from this, to maximize the indigenization, DAC has accorded the approval for a major amendment in the defense acquisition proposal of 2020.
right? So coming back, it is DAC that has approved the AON, that is acceptance of necessity, for various acquisition proposals worth 2.23 lakh crore, and 98% of AON amount here, that is 2.2 lakh crore worth, will be sourced from the domestic industries. And here these are the 97 LCA Mark 1 aircraft fighter jet, and second is your upgradation of the 84 Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 combat planes. Apart from this, Government of India and Manipur, they have signed a peace agreement with UNLF. What is this UNLF? That is your United National Liberal Front. We know that there was crisis going on in Manipur between the Kuki and Methi tribes, right? So in order to establish peace in Manipur, this tripartite peace agreement was signed, that is UNL Front, that is United National Liberation Front, right? And the aim here is to establish a permanent peace in the northeastern region, especially in Manipur. The peace agreement marks the end of a 6-decade-long armed movement. The agreement was signed by the senior officials of the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Government of Manipur and the representatives of this United Nations Liberal Front. For the first time, a valley-based armed group has agreed to return to their mainstream by giving up violence and agreeing to honor the Constitution of India and the laws of the land. Correct? Mark this. Then, if we talk about UNLF, right, it was established in 1964. This is the oldest and the first valley-based armed group in Manipur that comprises of 400 to 500 armed rebels dominated by the majority Meitei committee, right? Majority of the group in this people in this UNLF are Meitei committee people. Correct? And now Government of India and the Manipur signed this tripartite agreement with this UNLF, right? And this is a tripartite agreement because there are three individual institutions involved here, that is your Government of Manipur, Government of India, and UNLF, that is United Nations Liberal Front, right? And with this they have signed this peace agreement. And here this UNLF, it was established in 1964 and it comprises of 400 to 500 personals, armed rebels. Most of them are from the Meitei committee. Next is international affairs. Recently, UNICEF published 2023 Global Snapshot on HIV and AIDS, Progress and Priorities for Children, Adolescents and Pregnant Women. So remember UNICEF. Correct? They published this report which provides global statistical and response updates on children, adolescents and pregnant women. As per the publication, mostly 98,000 adolescent girls aged between 10 to 19 years of age were infected with HIV. HIV is your human immunodeficiency virus, right? And apart from this, if we look at every week, 1900 new cases were registered every week of HIV, right? The report was published ahead of the World Immunodeficiency Syndrome Day that is observed on 1st of December, that is AIDS Day. Correct? So we can say, first of all, remember what is AIDS? AIDS is your acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, right? This is caused because of this HIV virus. And in 2022, the report suggests, this was released by UNICEF, that suggests 98,000 girls, adolescents girls between the age of 10 to 19 years of age were affected with this HIV, and out of which, if we calculate, 19,000 new cases were registered every week, right? This is the report and this is the data that was published in this report by UNICEF. Where's the headquarters of UNICEF? It is in New York, USA, and it was in 1946 this was established. Next is, let me correct here, I think it has been published twice, so you can ignore this page. This has been done again, right? So here we saw that almost 98,000 adolescent girls aged between 10 to 19 were affected with HIV virus. Next is your banking and finance. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank has partnered with water.org to offer water sanitation and hygiene loans. I repeat, it is your Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, right? They partnered with water.org. This is a global NGO, non-profit organization, right? They have dedicated to providing clean water and sanitation to the basic people there, right? To the people of that particular community where the water is not accessible, where the clean water is not accessible, right? To provide them with various solutions for that, to provide them financing for those water and sanitation. This particular Ujjivan Small Finance Bank has partnered with water.org. Under this partnership, water.org, it will assist
because this is an NGO, they will be providing guidance that how can they, that financing can be utilized, or how that amount can be utilized to provide clean and drinking water and hygienic sanitation to the society there. Apart from this, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank will offer a loan of up to 6,000 to 1 lakh rupees to existing as well as new customers to enable them to construct and renovate water and sanitation facilities. Right, this will be offered by Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. Now the question can be asked is, what is the amount that will be offered by Ujjivan Small Finance Bank in order to make or construct and renovate the existing water and sanitation facilities? So it will be between 6,000 to 1 lakh. So up to 1 lakh rupees it will be provided to them. Right? Then if we talk about Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, who is the managing director and chief executive officer here? Itira Davis, headquarters is in Bangalore, Karnataka, and it was established in 2017. Then if we talk about water.org, who is the co-founder and chief executive officer here? Gary White, headquarters is in Kansas City, Missouri, USA, and it was established in 2009. Here you can see under this partnership, water.org will assist Ujjivan Small Finance Bank in identifying the areas that require financing for clean water and hygienic sanitation. And here water.org will also provide technical assistance, market assessment, development of information, education and communication material, monitoring and evaluation support. And Ujjivan Small Finance Bank will offer loans of about 6,000 rupees to 1 lakh rupees to existing as well as new customers to enable them to construct and renovate water and sanitation facilities. By offering affordable loan over the next 3 years, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank will provide 65,000 households with access to clean, hygienic sanitation facilities and safe drinking water. Next, here you can see MD and CEO Itira Davis of Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, headquarter Bangalore, Karnataka. It was established in 2017. For water.org, this is a global non-profit organization working to bring water and sanitation to the world. And here co-founder and chief executive officer is Gary White. Headquarters is in Kansas City, Missouri, USA, and it was established in 2009. Next is your Federal Bank and NEML, that is your NCDEX E-Markets Limited and your Federal Bank. They have signed a memorandum of understanding, and it is to strengthen the integration of e-procurement and e-auction system. What is e-procurement? That is, you are buying something online, and e-auction is when you are bidding for some particular goods online. Right? So for this, an MOU was signed between Federal Bank and NEML. Correct? Under this initiative, farmers list crop details on the NEML's platform, with the government purchasing them at your minimum support price. Right? That means, say for example, a farmer wants to sell wheat online. Right? They will be listing their amount of wheat, and the government here will be purchasing this wheat on the minimum support price, and this will be under the initiative that will be starting from this MOU between Federal Bank and NCDEX E-Markets Limited. Right, here Federal Bank's host to host integration will be done on this NEML's e-procurement platform. Right, this will be the e-procurement platform will be provided by NCDEX. Right, and here Federal Bank, what they will do, Federal Bank will be providing a portal or a platform that will ensure secure payment. Right, Federal Bank, they will be performing or providing secure payments, and the portal for this procurement where the bidding will be taking place and minimum support prices will be provided to the wheat will be on the portal that will be provided by NCDEX. Right, also here NEML, right, they holds major market share in transparent price discovery across more than 90 commodities. Next is, if we are talking about economy and business, here India's GDP growth rate in the second quarter of fiscal year estimates at 7.6% as per the data released by NSO, that is your National Statistical Office. So they projected that for the second quarter of fiscal year 24, the GDP growth rate of India was 7.6%. Take a note of it, right? It was earlier projected in, or it was in the second quarter of fiscal year 23, or in the second quarter of fiscal year 23 it was 6.2%, and for the same quarter, that is the second quarter of fiscal year 24, it is 7.6%. Right, take a note of it. And this data was released by NSO, National Statistical Office. Next Next is science and technology. CSL, that is your Cochin Shipyard Limited, has launched 3 anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft, Mahi, Malwan and Mangrol for Indian Navy, right? I repeat, 3 anti-submarine warcraft or anti-submarine warfare shallow warcraft, right? What are their name? Mahi, INS, Malwan and your INS Mangrol, right? These are the 3 anti-submarine warfare shallow warcraft, right? And these are the one that has been recently delivered. Who delivered them or who manufactured them? It was manufactured by Cochin Shipyard Limited, correct? And where were they delivered? At the Kochi yard in Kerala. They were delivered to the Indian Navy, right? Mark this here. Mahi class to replace the Abhay class ASW corvettes designed for anti-submarine operations, low intensity maritime operations and mine laying operations including the surface surveillance, correct? Apart from this, remember, third ammunition come torpedo come missile barge, that is LSAM 17, has been delivered to the Indian Navy. Mark this also, right? So we are talking about Mahi, INS Malvam and INS Mangrol. These are the 3 anti-submarine warfare shallow warcraft. They were delivered to the Indian Navy. They were delivered where? They were delivered in Kochi yard, that is in Kerala, and they were delivered to Indian Navy. Next is Tata Advanced Systems Limited. This is a leading aerospace and defense solution provider. They have announced the partnership with Stellogic Incorporation, that is a sub-meter solution Earth observation data collection company, and it is to develop local space technology capabilities in India. This collaboration is a first step in Tata Advanced Systems Limited satellite strategy, correct? Both TASL and Stellogic, they will collaborate to develop a new satellite design along with the developing imagery in India for national defense and commercial applications. For this, TASL, that is the leading aerospace and defense solution provider, is commissioning a satellite assembly, integration and test in Karnataka. Both the companies will work together to integrate multiply payloads on a single satellite that will generate a diverse range of data over India. So coming back, Tata Advanced Systems partners Stellogic, and it is to develop local space technology capabilities in India, because we know that every country is racing to space, right? Every country wants to be a part of the space and they want to deploy various technologies. Their new innovations are coming up, so India wants to be a part of this, and for this particular partnership was signed. Here, this project will commence with the training, knowledge transfer, local assembly of optical sub-meter solution, and the first of which is a plan to be launched as TSAT 1A, right? This is a EO satellite. And what is this EO satellite? Earth observation satellite. With this, we will be able to monitor the earth, we will be able to monitor the atmosphere, the change in climate, and with the change in climate we will be able to study that how climate is changing and what are the steps that we can take to avoid that change in climate. Next is your World AIDS Day. We observe this on 1st of December, and AIDS, as we saw, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. This is annually observed on 1st of December globally, and this year 2023 it marks the 35th anniversary of the World AIDS Day. The theme that you need to remember here is let's communities lead. This is the theme for the World AIDS Day, right? And as you can see in the picture, red ribbon, red ribbon here, this is the theme for the, or you can say it is a symbol for the AIDS, correct? Next is 59th raising day of the border security force, that is 59th raising day of BSF. It is observed on 1st of December, and it is to mark the establishment of border security force. This is a primary border guarding organization of India that came into force in 1965 on 1st of December, and the 1st December 2023 it marks the 59th edition of the raising day of the border security force. Next is Veera Rana takes the additional charge as the Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh. I repeat, Veera Rana, a 1988 batch IAS officer, was given the additional charge as the Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh. She became the second women IAS officer to be elevated to the post of Secretary of Madhya Pradesh. Nirmala Booch was the first women Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh from 1991 to 1993, and here Veera Rana succeeded CS Iqbal Singh Bains, who retired on 30th of November after getting 2 6 months extension, and now Veera Rana has taken the additional charge as the Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh, and with this she became the second woman to hold this position in Madhya Pradesh. So friends, these next is Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu, right? And US ambassador has inaugurated the Hump World War II Museum. I repeat, Pema Khandu, the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, along with Eric Garcetti, who is the ambassador of USA to India, inaugurated the Hump World War II Museum, right? And this is in Arunachal Pradesh, and this is the second of its kind museum in Asia, and it is dedicated to the fallen airmen of the Allied forces who participated in the Hump airlift during World War II, right? And this Humpy Museum is named after the Hump route, that is a air route from Assam to Yunnan, China. The route traverses region of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Tibet, Yunnan and Myanmar, and around 650 aircrafts crashed during 1942 to 1945 on missions over this territory, and to honor them, this is the second of its kind museum that was launched in Asia, right? And this is in Arunachal Pradesh. So friends, these were your important current affairs. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. Then 54th International Film Festival of India was held in Goa. President Draupadi Murmu conferred the President's Color Award to the Armed Forces Medical College at Pune, Maharashtra. IDFC first private Huron India top 200 self-made entrepreneurs of the millennia 2023. Here, DMart's Radhakrishan Damani has topped the list in this particular top 200 self-made entrepreneurs of the millennia. Then DAC has approved AONs for various acquisition proposals worth 2.23 lakh crore rupees to boost Indian defense sector. Government of India and Manipur signed a peace agreement with UNLF. UNICEF published 2023 global snapshot on HIV and AIDS and has processes the priorities for children, adolescents and pregnant women. Then Ujjivan Small Finance Bank has partnered with water.org to offer sanitation, water and hygiene loans, and the loans will be of up to 1 lakh rupees, right, for which they can construct and upgrade their existing sanitation facilities. Then Federal Bank and NEML, they have tied up to streamline the e-procurement and e-auction facilities. Next, India GDP growth rate in second quarter of fiscal year 24 estimated at 7.6% as per NSO. CSL has launched 3 ASW SWC, that is INS Mahi, INS Malwan and INS Mangrol for Indian Navy, and the third ACTCM barge was also delivered recently. Then Tata Advanced Systems partnered with Stellogic to develop local space tech capabilities in India. World Aid Day is observed on 1st of December, 59th Raising Day of the Border Security Force on 1st of December, and Veera Rana has taken the additional charge as the Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh. Apart from this, Arunachal Chief Minister Pema Khandu and US Ambassador has inaugurated the Hum, that is a World War II museum, and this is the second of its kind museum in Asia. And this is to honor the fallen members of the Air Force that took part in the World War II. So friends, these were your important days. Now let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be beneficial for your learning. The first question is, which edition of Bengal Global Business Summit was held in Kolkata, West Bengal? So remember, it is the edition it is being asked to us, and this West Bengal Global Summit or Global Business Summit, where was this held? Location is already mentioned that it was in Kolkata, West Bengal. Next thing is, when it was held on 21st and 22nd of November. Then next thing is being asked is the edition. Which edition was it? It was the 7th edition of this Bengal Global Business Summit held in Kolkata, West Bengal. This particular summit brought together business leaders, academians, entrepreneurs, think tanks across the globe with an objective to make the business alliance and industrial ecosystem more eco-friendly, to make it more friendly, not just by protecting the environment, but also in order to make sure that all of them are stayed connected together and together they moves ahead, right? and this was the 7th edition of this. And during this only, remember, Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of West Bengal, announced that the West Bengal attracted an investment of 3.76 lakh crore, which includes signing 188 MOUs. Right? Apart from this, if we talk about big companies, those who are investing here, such as your Reliance Industries Limited, they are investing almost 20,000 crore rupees in West Bengal. Then ITC, right, Indian Tobacco Company, they will be investing along with various other organizations here. Right? So here you can see we are talking about the 7th edition of the Bengal Global Business Summit. This was held in Kolkata, West Bengal. It was from 21st to 22nd of November, and during this system only multiple other investments were seen. Here we will be see them, but before that, remember, during this the summit aimed to bring together the business leaders, academia, entrepreneurs and think tanks across the globe with the objective of making strategic and business alliance about industrial ecosystem business friendly initiatives of the state. That means they will be coming together, they will be working together, and they will be aiming to achieve a particular goal in future. Then here you can see 188 MOUs, letter of intents in different sectors were signed during this 7th edition of the Bengal Global Business Summit. And Mamata Banerjee announced, who is the Chief Minister of West Bengal, has announced that West Bengal attracted 3.7 lakh crore of investment. Here, Reliance Industries pledged 20,000 crore in West Bengal. Then ITC will be investing here. NSE and West Bengal, they signed an MOU. Then WTC, NDITA, they also signed an MOU with WCT for 5 metro cities and so on. What is the capital of West Bengal? Kolkata. Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee. Who is the governor here? CV Ananda Bose. Right? And if we talk about the national parks here, remember Sundarban National Park, Singlia National Park, Jalatpara National Park is also located here. Right? And in Kolkata, West Bengal only, first underwater metro will be built. Tell me the name of the river. Right? This is your homework question. Tell me the name of the river in which this underwater metro will be built in Kolkata. Right? This is important and I want to see maximum participation of the students here. Next is your exercise Surya Kiran. This is held between India and which country? So exercise Surya Kiran, right? Exercise Surya Kiran, first of all, remember this is held between India and Nepal, right? So right option is option 2. Exercise Surya Kiran is held between India and Nepal, and this was the 17th edition of exercise Surya Kiran. This can also be written as in numerals, right? So then question can be asked, this Surya Kiran was held between which force of these two countries? So it is army. That is Indian Army and Nepal Army took part in this exercise. This will be conducted from 24th of November till 7th of December. Correct? Now another interesting question becomes is, what is the location where this particular exercise Surya Kiran will be held? So this time the 17th edition of this exercise will be conducted in India in the Uttarakhand region. And this exercise was the first time started in 2011, and since then every year we are observing this exercise. Last year the 16th edition of that exercise was conducted in Nepal. That was in 2022, and now in 2023 this exercise is conducted in Uttarakhand. Then apart from this, friends, remember from India which contingent took part in this exercise? So remember, from Indian Army, Kumaon regiment along which consisted of 354 personals took part in this exercise. So which battalion took part? Kumaon regiment from Indian Army, and Taradal battalion from the Nepal Army took part in this particular exercise. Right? Do take a note of it. Apart from this, friends, if I ask you some more questions such as, tell me the first women to skydive from Mount Everest. First women to skydive from Mount Everest. Tell me the name of that woman. She is Sheetal Mahajan. Right? She became the first woman to skydive from Mount Everest. Right? Then which country will be hosting? Which country will be hosting second Voice of Global South Summit? Second Voice of Global South Summit. Tell me, which is that country? It is our beloved India, right? We will be hosting the second voice of Global South Summit. Then CITIIS 2.0. This is an initiative. This was launched where and this was launched by whom? So this was launched in New Delhi and this was launched by Hardeep Singh Puri. Next tell me, which airport launched a sunflower initiative? Sunflower initiative. This was launched by which airport? It is Delhi airport, right? That they have launched this sunflower initiative. Correct? Then apart from this, tell me, where was the 42nd edition of India International Trade Fair inaugurated? 42nd edition of India International Trade Fair. Tell me, where was this inaugurated? It was inaugurated in New Delhi and in New Delhi to Pragati Maidan. Right? Then apart from this, where was a 2-day long Global Fisheries Conference? I repeat, 2-day long Global Fisheries Conference held. So where was this held? This 2-day long Global Fisheries Conference was held in Ahmedabad. Next is, which country became the chair of International Sugar Organization for 2024? Which is it? So remember, India, they have assumed the chairmanship of Global Sugar Industry Body, that is your ISO, International Sugar Organization for 2024. So India will be having the chairmanship here, right? This news or this appointment of India as the chair or chairmanship of International Sugar Organization was announced during the 63rd edition of the council meeting of ISO. And where was this 63rd edition of the council meeting of ISO held? It was held in London, UK, right? Then apart from this, as the chair of the ISO, India will lead the global sugar sector and India will focus on uniting the members of ISO to adopt more sustainable practices in sugarcane cultivation, sugar and ethanol production, right? Apart from this, remember, India is the largest consumer. What is it, India? India is the largest consumer of sugar and second largest producer of sugar in the world, right? And in the global share, if we talk about, we have 15% share in the global sugar consumption and 15% global share in sugar consumption and 20% share in global production, right? Then apart from this, if we are talking about sugar, right? But if we talk about ethanol, so remember here, India is the third largest ethanol producer after USA, Brazil, and on third number is our India. This news is also important. Correct? Why this I'm talking to you about this is because remember, recently India has achieved 12% ethanol blending with petrol in ESY 2023. I repeat, recently India have achieved 12% ethanol blending with petrol in ethanol supply year 22-23. Correct? Mark this also. This is important. And the target for the year 23-24 is 15%. If we talk about ISO, who is the executive director? Jose Orif, established in 1937, headquartered in London, UK, and 88 members are the countries here. And which country has recently been given the chairmanship of ISO? It is our India, and it was during the 63rd council meeting held in London, UK. And here you can see India is the largest consumer and second largest producer of sugar in the world with 15% share in global sugar consumption and about 20% production of sugar, right? Mark this. Also, India is the highest cane price payer to their farmers and manages to operate efficiently and remains profitable in the sugar sector. The National Sugar Institute in Kanpur, UP has extended their influence globally, collaborating with countries such as Indonesia, Nigeria, Egypt, and Fiji.
Next is your homework section.
First, Ministry of Defense signed a contract with which organization for upgraded super rapid gun mount and other equipment for around 3000 crore rupees. Second, INS Mahi, Malvan and Magrol are the names of which products recently launched. These are the same questions that have been provided in the third and fourth days current affairs, because today on this video was to be uploaded on second, but due to some unforeseen circumstances and due to some medical issue I was not able to conduct that class, so the questions will be same, so do attempt these also. Third is, which institution constituted a task force to examine the impact of Digital Personal Data Protection Act on insurance sector? So these are your three homework questions, friends, right? Do attempt them, they will be very beneficial for your learning.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.